Point, and I live in Orrington. I was born on November 7th, 1923.
I was enlisted as Willard R. Pryor Crowfoot.
My name is Andy Polishewski. I was in World War II.
I'm Franz Zells. I was born in Connecticut, Stafford Springs, Connecticut.
My name is Paul Wilbur. I was born January 30, 1925. And I joined the Marine Corps.
Yeah, hi there. My name is George Kalichitz. At the present time, going on 81 years.
My name is Don Fendler. I come from Clarksville, Tennessee, but spend our summers and part of the fall up here in Newport, Maine. 79 years old, about to become 80.
Okay, my name is Albert Gibson. I was born in February 1932.
Okay, I'm Claire Bemis. I was born May 28, 1936.
My name is Paul Curtis, and I live in Bangor. I was born in 1931.
My name is Paul Martin. I'm from Old Town, Maine. I'm 78 years old.
My name is James Carlstead. I was born in January of 1951 in San Francisco, California. I now make my home here in Maine, in Hamden.
My name is Edward Leonard. I was born in 1942.
My name is Charles B. Nolan. I was born in 1935, so that makes me almost 71.
I'm Nolan Gibbs. I was born May 14th, 1923.
On December 8th of 1941, President Roosevelt declared that a state of war existed between the United States and the Japanese Empire. I was very patriotic way back then, even same as I am now. And I just felt that it was very important that I do whatever I could. And I left high school at that time, and with my parents' permission, and I joined the Marine Corps.
In 1944 and went into the infantry.
So I wound up at submarine school in New London, Connecticut, which was an 8-week course. And I took another course on radar and another one on sonar. So in addition to being the yeoman on the ship, I was also a radar operator and a sonar operator.
I wanted to fly so bad, but when they finally called me, it was a couple years before I was actually able to be called in.
I enlisted in U.S. Navy, and I was in during the whole war. I enlisted in 42 and was discharged in 46. I served on a fleet that escorted convoys across the ocean, and after that was assigned to go after German submarines.
I was in charge of all of the ordnance on the minesweeper. The guns, the ammunition, the depth charges. It was a minesweeper primarily. And that's what I was on until we got sunk 2 years later.
My military job was, when I first went in, was anti-tank. And the anti-tank gunner, and that's what my basic training was. And so after I got in the service, after I got in the combat, they changed quite a bit. I was machine gunner, and then I rode half-tracks as a armored infantry. And then they needed some mechanics, and I knew mechanics and automotive, but most of the time during the war we was on patrol, lead patrol.
I was in the Navy for 3 years. I volunteered at the age of 17.
I was in a number of infantry units. Well, see, first of all, the Navy in World War II. I was in the Seabees, a construction battalion, the 29th and 93rd, and served in New Guinea, Philippines, and China. And for 2 years there. And then about 1951, after I got a commission in ROTC, and then went into service in 1951.
I served in the U.S. Air Force in Korea.
And I joined the Marine Corps when I was 17 years old, served in Korea, 2 tours of duty in Vietnam, and several other countries.
Combat infantry, 25th Division, for 9 months in Korea.
Well, I had 3 specific jobs. My first job was a Cobra helicopter crew chief and a gunner. I went through Vietnam with the Cobra helicopter, and spent another 5.5 years working in Fort Knox, Kentucky.
I served in the U.S. Army at the Vietnam War as an infantryman, combat infantryman.
And I spent 2 years in Vietnam. One year as a infantry platoon leader. I also could fly, so I had five aircraft and an infantry platoon of 42 people. So I spent most of my time on the ground.